This is Eric Mother Mother.com with the weekend market analysis for April 24th, 25th, and 26th. Let's take a look at markets here with about 1 minute or so to go. And markets are having a nice up day. Let's take a look at where things have been trading for the week. We can see for the week here as we come close to the end of the week. S&P 500 is down slightly, down about 1%. Take a look at the Dow. For the week, the Dow is down about 2%, give or take. And for the week, the Nasdaq was down slightly. In fact, almost unchanged, down about 0.24%. So we can call that unchanged. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the Nasdaq charts to pretty much encompass what I think is going on as far as the S&P 500 and the Dow, because it's pretty much similar. I think the Nasdaq gives us a good feel for what markets are shaping up to do. Keep in mind, right now, even as the market is showing this, and there's a close for Friday's trading end of the week. I'll show you the closing numbers here. Let's do that right now, actually. So this is around where the market closes for the week. A nice Friday gain for the market. Let's take a look at where the Nasdaq closed at the end of this session, end of the week, and we can see down about 0.18. Now I had to take a slight pause when I saw that close, because I've kind of seen that number here and there. The thing is, some of these closing numbers can be called for those who have the ciphers. And as I mentioned last week, it might be that we are in a 6-week program, up and down. Remember in 2008, I made a video a couple years ago explaining that that was a program. Frankly, I don't want to get into that because I don't know how it works, but feel free to do your homework. For example, take a look here at the Nifty, where it closed on Friday, April the 3rd, down 6.66% for the week. Keep in mind, if we take a look at this trend line break, right here for the Nifty, it was down 6 straight weeks. But I'm sure it's all coincidence. Wink, wink. And all we know is that since then, the market's been high. In fact, it gapped up and hasn't looked back since. But I really don't want to get off message. If you are interested in this interesting subject, I have some videos recorded many years ago. I'll make sure to link this playlist in the description of the video. If I forget, just search for this playlist in my YouTube playlist option, where you'll find these 2 videos here which explain exactly what I'm talking about and maybe will help you open your eyes for similar type of symbols or signals that the market gives from time to time. Before I get back into the video, if you consider that close and the fact that we had 6 weeks down, I'll give you some homework. Take this weekly closing high here. That's going to be the week of February 17th. And just find out what percentage drop from this close here, week of February 17th to the close right there. Just take a look at what percentage drop that was and how it relates to this number here. Alright, let's move on. For the Nifty, we can see that this is the line that it needs to contend with. There's this line here on the RSI, which is a challenge as of right now. And there's another line, if we take the previous resistance line, we can draw it like that. We can see a breakout here. And then we broke below that line which is here, to begin the recent slide. And we can see that this past week this has turned into resistance. Now the last thing that those who are bullish as far as the Nifty is concerned want to see is a drop below the 30.9 RSI level. That would be very bearish. In other words, before the Nifty can move higher, it needs to clear these two lines if it is gonna see prices beyond the highs for this month. And of course, if it drops back below RSI 30.9, it means that there are good odds of testing the lows here on a weekly closing basis, or good odds of testing the intraday lows, and also odds of breaking through all of those lows and recording fresh lows. Again, that is very likely if you hold below RSI 30.9. Now that concludes the free portion of this video. The rest of the video is for paid Muadhi.com subscribers, where I'll take a look at US markets, the Brazilian market, take a look at Bitcoin, the VIX, and crude oil, and also take a look at gold versus the dollar. Otherwise, for the rest of you, have a good weekend. For subscribers, let's continue on.